Welcome, welcome, welcome!
Pay attention, son. This is for your own good.
Look at me, I'm a big shot. I have a phone. I don't wake up in a dumpster every morning. I probably have a pocket to keep my phone in, too.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
I love jello pudding pop. My son Theo loves jello pudding pop.
Pleased to present for your consideration.
Well, let's start the insanity.
Insanity is starting.
Listen up, everybody. I have some news. We are screwed.
The Chiefs have lost after so much bragging and going on and on last week.
We felt pretty good about a Chiefs win.
Yeah.
In fact, first half, everybody felt pretty good about a Chiefs win.
Whew. I don't even want to talk about it.
Were they up 18-3 at halftime?
Oh, I believe it was 21-3.
21-3.
Could have been 24-3, but we didn't bother to kick it off, and it was a whole thing. And
Yeah.
it was a rough game to watch as a fan, but we're on to next year.
Yeah, I was kind of watching. I don't know what else I was doing. I was working on something, and I think I was working on one of our cars. And I kept popping in to check the score, and halftime I was like, oh, they're smoking them, right? No worries. Second half, they'll just keep blowing it wide open. That did not happen.
Didn't happen. Now, your mic sounds really hot to me.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to you. Okay.
Yeah.
My mic sounds low. Your mic
But
sounds hot.
I don't run any of the equipment.
As long
We've
as
established.
if it sounds good to you, it's probably just a little fluky thing with the board.
Okay.
It's a cheap old board, but
It does a trick.
it does a trick. So hopefully it sounds all right to you all out there. Yeah. So what do you got to talk about?
Well,
We
So-
were supposed to
so-
have a guest tonight.
Yeah.
And then, our boy Frankie's going to be on one of these weeks.
Yeah.
Super fan, super friend Frankie.
super friend
We'll have him on, and we'll discuss the hot and savory that we tried, and
who hashtagged our listeners as the Pod Squad.
the Pod Squad.
I like it.
That's a good name.
Pretty good.
It's a good name.
TM, verbal trademark for Frankie.
He did send us a great discussion point, which is: have you seen the footage of the Golden Corral steak shortage riot?
Dude, that was a 40-person brawl over steak.
It was crazy.
Would you throw down if somebody cut in line and took the last steak?
No. That's crazy.
I don't think I would.
It's crazy.
I mean, I'd probably say something to him.
Yeah.
Like, dude, what's your deal?
Well, if we were both reaching for it, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but I definitely wouldn't get in fight, especially a Golden Corral steak.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know if there's a steak I would fight over, but it definitely wouldn't be Golden Corral.
I love a Golden Corral, though. I'm down with Golden Corral.
So here's the thing. I love the thought of Golden Corral.
Yeah.
I love the experience at Golden Corral. But as soon as I walk out the front door after I eat, I feel like garbage.
I've just discovered. So Joey's been playing with the
Oh, he's
the
been
stuff,
working things out.
and I just discovered why. Like, you sound like super hot in my
Yeah.
ears. So just leveling it out here.
You got skills.
I think we're good.
Your son,
Checkity check.
your-
Okay. I think
Your
we're
son's. I like that you went checkity check on the
good.
podcast.
Checkity check. Checkity check. Check.
Your
Check.
boy's he's in training. That's all. Your youngest is in, or not your youngest. Your second youngest is
Second
in training
youngest.
to
Yeah.
be the board operator.
Yep.
He's going to be our sound
And
engineer.
now I'm super hot. What is going on? Okay.
You're going to have to start this whole thing
We're
over.
going to start it over. We're just going to leave it at that. If it sounds like crap, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so
deal
40
with it.
people in Bensalem, Pennsylvania got in a fight because one guy cut in line
Yeah.
and took the last steak. And they were like throwing.
Oh, he cut in line. So I didn't read. I just watched the video.
They were like
overall.
throwing high chairs and throwing chairs, and
My
I mean they were
gosh.
getting after it.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not too far outside of Philly. You've probably been to Bensalem maybe when we were training together
Maybe.
doing work. You know,
It's pretty funny.
it's so
There was
dumb.
like high chairs being thrown
yeah,
and stuff.
they went full out brawl
Yeah.
at a Golden Corral.
Hey, I love Golden Corral. I ate the one in KC quite a bit. There used to be one on Kent Island, Maryland, and then it became like I think it was like a tackle shop or something.
Oh,
and
yeah, I
became
remember
a bunch
that.
of different weird
Yeah.
stuff.
There was one in East, and then they went out of business.
Oh, really? I didn't know
Yeah.
there was one.
It
Hey,
didn't last very long.
you know what's better than a Golden Corral buffet? Here we are on food already.
Yeah, that's what we do.
is it Old Town Country?
Oh, Old Country
Old
Buffet.
Country Buffet.
Old Country's good. Ryan's Buffet is down south. They're
never been to
like Old
Ryan's.
Country. They're pretty good.
I love Old Country.
That's
They
the
got
one. Ryan's
rotating
Buffet is the one
plates.
that I got booted out of.
Oh, that's
Pay
right.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I was at Golden Corral, and this is probably why I didn't go back, in addition to not feeling great when I leave there,
Yeah.
but I went up for dessert, and you know how they have like the chocolate fondue fountain thing?
Yes.
So you put like fruit or a Rice Krispie treat or whatever
Yeah.
on a stick, and you stick it under the fountain.
Bananas.
Yeah, whatever. And you coat it in the chocolate, and you put it on your plate. Well, there was this kid grabbing food with his fingers and shoving his whole hand in the chocolate fountain
I was watching.
and then putting it down, and it was like he just kept going back, man, and it was just his hand funk all
That's
mixed into
hilarious.
that chocolate.
I just
'cause,
watched.
ugh.
I think it was a late night host or somebody was talking about the Golden Corral thing, and they said the last time I was there, I saw a kid sticking his finger in the chocolate
And like licking it off. That's what he's doing. He would clean his hand off, like lick his fingers
Oh
off,
my
pick up another piece
gosh.
of fruit and stick it in there. And I was like, not that I ever partook of the chocolate fondue fountain. Like that wasn't my thing. I never
Yeah.
even tried it, but I just saw that and I'm like, that's probably happening with everything, right?
Who cares though? You know what I mean? It's just gonna make you more.
Listen, you're going to a buffet not for great food. You're going for quantity,
I
not
go for
quality.
great food. Their fried chicken's good there. Everything's good.
Fried chicken's good.
Yeah.
I mean, steak is
Steak's not.
it's
great.
buffet steak.
Yeah, it's buffet
right?
steak.
It's-
But some people like you go to the Chinese buffet, and some people go for. You went for the prime. What was it? Was
The
it
roast
prime rib?
beef.
Roast beef.
Yeah.
I'd never go for that. For the meat there.
oh yeah.
If it ain't chicken, or chicken on a stick, but that's not chicken either. I don't know what that is.
They do a lot with chicken
Yeah.
or other animals that are white meat.
I normally don't go for any kind of seafood at the buffet either. But
Oh, you like those one shrimps though, right?
no, I tried one. And
Oh.
I didn't eat it because it smelled interesting.
I was at a different. Did I tell you about the other Chinese buffet with Zeke?
No.
So there's another Chinese buffet in this town. It is a lesser.
Oh, you
Chinese
did
buffet.
tell me about that. Yeah.
Did I tell it on the pod?
Yeah, I think so. But
Well, I'll tell it again,
Yeah.
just for new listeners. So just Zeke and I went just last year to this other. We're like, hey, there's a different Chinese buffet. Let's check it out.
What's that one called again? I think it's
the
like
Buffet House.
Buffet House. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real rich.
So, and it was pretty good, you know. But
Yeah.
but So's is better, right? And then what's
So's.
the other place that's not a buffet? The Chinese place, Wasabi.
Hunan's and wasabi.
Wasabi is killer.
Hunan's is good. I think it's Hunan's.
Haven't
It's
had
pretty
Hunan's,
good.
but Wasabi, they make those lettuce wraps.
Wasabi's good, man.
They make those.
They got
lettuce
good
wraps.
sushi too there.
I don't do sushi.
Oh, you don't do any sushi?
No, negative on the sushi.
I do the wussy sushi, like the
it's
California
cooked
roll.
fish.
Yeah, the California roll.
I don't
it's
do
like,
raw fish, but it's. I mean,
It's fake crab.
it's
is what mine is.
seaweed, rice. I'm like, meh.
I like some.
I'd
sushi.
rather just eat, General So's or.
I bet I could. There's some sushi that I bet you would like. There's one called I think it's a Las Vegas roll.
Yeah,
Do you like cream cheese?
Eh.
Yeah.
do without it.
Yeah.
It's not a winner. So we're at the buffet house,
Oh yeah.
and we're making our way around. And Zeke loves imitation crab meat.
I do
I
too.
mean, he loves it. I could pick up a pound of imitation crab meat at the grocery store and go home and cook it in butter.
Yep.
And he'll give me a bear hug.
Exactly
He
what I do.
loves it. And so he sees this imitation crab meat. It's like a medley
Yeah.
of imitation seafoods or whatever. And so he's scooping out and he finds it looks like a little octopus, right? It's probably
Yeah.
squid or whatever. And he as loud as he could say it without yelling, but in his loudest voice,
Yeah.
he picks this thing up and he sees this sea creature and he goes, "Nope, I'm not about that life." And he threw it back down.
Well, one time when your kids were little, we went to the Easton Chinese buffet,
Yeah.
and I grossed them all out because I ate one of those squids.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Yeah, they're anything with eyeballs on it, they're not down with.
I'll do just about anything for an audience,
Yeah.
even if it's gross or it grosses me out. I'll do pretty much anything.
I remember you went through a phase where you would fall down in public.
Oh yeah, I can't do it now because I'll actually break something. But yeah, throughout
it-
high school, that was
It
the
got
move
it got a laugh every time.
every time.
Yeah.
I mean, you just walk and you fall into people, and
Yeah.
people are.
I
yeah.
remember seeing you do that in the Annapolis Mall, and I thought, this dude's crazy. He doesn't care at all.
I did not care. I still really don't. Like I'll do
Yeah.
just about anything to get a laugh.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Dare me to do whatever.
Right. But not the
enjoy it.
falling thing because you really will hurt yourself now.
I mean, I would do it.
Okay.
It'd be worth it.
Roll the
I got
dice on it.
insurance. What else? I got to use the insurance. You use it or you lose it, people.
Is that how insurance works?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of, I'm kind of thirsty, so I wanted to try these. I saw them in the grocery store.
What do you got?
They are bubble tea. Now,
Bubble tea.
Here's the thing about these. They're like in the maybe we could I got 6. We got Tommy here tonight, my middle child.
Thompson.
You're right smack dab in the middle.
He is.
So maybe we could pour some of these out.
Oh, is this
Split 'em
like
up.
I've seen these places in the mall, like they.
I don't know, but they were in like the foreign food section.
Yeah. Are they
And,
Japanese?
I think they were. And I was like, you know what? They're a couple bucks. I'm going to try them. But here's the thing. I got all the way up to the register.
Yeah.
And this is all I had for this week. I like to try something, every week as a part of
made
our
in Taiwan.
food segment.
Do you shake it or not?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't.
Is it carbonated?
I don't even know if it's any good.
Bubble tea, brown sugar with tapioca pearls.
Ooh, maybe they're not going to be good. Well, we got to try it now.
Tapioca pearls. Do you eat tapioca pudding?
I don't.
Have you ever had tapioca pudding? Had it once, that's why you didn't have it twice?
I probably had it at Old Country Buffet or something like that. It seems like something you'd find there. But here's the thing. I thought they were $2 a can, so I'm like, oh sweet, it'll be a nice little cheap thing. We'll try on the, I'm interested. The brown sugar's one is what I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
And I thought I better try 2 different flavors.
I think my tapioca pearls are getting stuck.
Yeah, I didn't get any. I didn't see any. Here, I'll take
They're
these
all
two.
in the bottom.
Here, Tommy, you want to take a couple?
There you go.
You can try them. Just don't trip over that cord. Please go.
I don't think any of the
around that way.
tapioca pearls made it into the cup. I think they got stuck in the bottom.
Oh, well, it's okay. It's probably okay.
We're going to do honeydew first.
Yeah, go ahead and take those. Yeah, let's do honeydew.
Do the one that looks like green baby poop. All right, here we go. Cheers, Tommy. It tastes like a melon.
It does taste like a melon. It's actually pretty good. But I thought they were $2, and I get them up to the register, and
Yeah.
they're $5.99. So enjoy.
This
If I
was
could do that
$6 for
$6
one
a can. Now I know.
Holy cow. Remember when I asked, should we shake it?
Oh, do
Serve
you
chilled,
shake it?
shake well before drinking. Reading's hard for us.
That's why
We
didn't-
screw that up
we
every
didn't get
time.
any of the.
I actually looked at the can, and I'm like, it doesn't say anywhere that you have to shake it. No, it's in giant letters on the side.
Let's see what they look like. I want to see these pearls.
Maybe that's why you're supposed to shake it.
Yeah, there's no pearls.
Can you feel them in there? I
No.
saw one in the brown.
I don't see it. But hey, the melon's not bad.
Oh, I just had a pearl drop. But
So
I
if
went all
you-
the way to the bottom. Yeah, the melon's good.
Yeah, hold
It
this up
tastes
to the
like-
camera there, Tommy.
It tastes like the aftertaste of melon. It tastes like it's good for you.
Yeah,
We found another one.
I like it.
This is my cheat day,
Yeah. Ooh,
right?
we might have to get. I got. Are we trying the brown sugar?
Oh, I was still on the melon.
Oh.
Yeah, let's go brown sugar.
Okay. Interesting. I got it for the brown sugar, thinking that was going to be delicious.
Yeah,
It is not delicious. I don't think.
it's not as good as the melon.
To me, it tastes like coffee that you've had left setting out for a day,
Well, you had hot coffee and it cooled off.
cooled off.
Yeah,
It's kind of what it tastes like. Not a lot of brown sugar.
I
Actually.
really wish I got to a tapioca pearl.
Yeah. It kind of does taste like coffee. The melon is real good.
It's
though.
real good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I started on February 1st.
Yeah.
Just my no more snacking,
Well, that's just silly.
no snack cakes, no Twinkies, no ho-hos, no ding-dongs, none of it.
All right, you can take those over to the desk.
And I got to be honest with you, so Tuesday was the 1st.
Yeah.
That's my day. I'm starting. I'm going 90 days snack cake free, right? No late night treats.
Yeah.
Like I'm eating
That's
normal.
hard to do. The late night treats are.
Like my lunch today was a bottle of water and some cashews.
That's not living.
That's not living. My lunch on February 1st was a salad and some tuna fish.
That's really not living.
This is-
I can't handle tuna fish.
This is not how I normally roll, right? I'm good for burgers and
Well-
apps, mozzarella sticks.
So this is your cheat night?
So, yeah, I decided that on podcast night would be my cheat night.
It's good because we normally eat before.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I've earned a free Pizza Hut pizza
Have you?
that we could get after the show if you'd like to partake in that.
Wow.
For your cheat night.
That's on your reward app?
my reward app. My apps earned it. Free medium pizza.
Free medium pie. How many
And
toppings
Pizza
you got
Hut
on a free
Revenge.
pizza?
I don't really know.
Oh, I identified some pearls. Hold on.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't see any.
Can you see them in there floating around?
No. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I'm getting to the tapioca pearl and the brown
So
sugar.
what would you give this on a scale of 1 to maple root
to
beer?
the root beer? I don't even think they're in the same camp.
I
I
don't
would
think
say
so.
that the brown sugar is probably. I mean, it's not bad. It's like old coffee.
I give it a 1. It's
Oh, really?
I would never drink this.
Yeah, I mean, I can drink it.
I'm drinking it now.
I might find it refreshing even. I'd give it a 5.2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that they're both kind of light.
Yeah, they don't sit heavy.
Yeah.
The honeydew,
I love the honeydew.
that's refreshing. That's good.
Feels like someone just squeezed a melon
I'd
right
give
in there.
I'd give the honeydew, what is it called? Tapioca pearl. Oh, bubble tea, honeydew bubble tea. I would give that. I'd say a 7.1.
And if you want to see a picture of what we're drinking, go ahead and go to YouTube's, and you'll be able to see what we're.
I don't like the tapioca pearls.
Oh, really?
That's real bad.
I haven't got any. Luckily, although I should have some in here.
Look,
Oh,
gross.
how did I not get any?
Oh,
I have some at the bottom. We'll get to them.
tapioca pearls are just gelatin. They don't
That's
taste like
weird.
anything. Why would you put that in a drink?
Yeah, those Japanese Koreans,
These are Taiwanese.
those Taiwanese Koreans. Where is Taiwan? That's
Oh.
that's in Japan. I was right,
Taiwan's in Japan. Is that what you're saying?
isn't it?
No, Taiwan's its own country.
Okay. Yeah, I claim to be dumb. Didn't claim to be smart.
That's right.
I'm not street smart. I'm not book smart. I'm food,
Food
smart.
smart. That's right.
Yeah.
You know where the deals are. You got the apps. You know when the deals don't work.
So Whoopi Goldberg has been in the news recently. Have you heard about all that?
Yeah. How dumb is she? Did
She's
you
dumb.
hear what she said?
Yeah, it's real dumb.
She said the Holocaust wasn't
It's
about
about
racism.
It's the dumbest thing
That's
ever.
exactly what it was about.
But here's what I want to tell you that's going to blow your mind.
Yeah.
And someone pointed it out last night to me, and it blew my mind. And you're going to be like, no, she does. Whoopi Goldberg, no eyebrows. No drawn eyebrows. No
She's
hair.
eyebrowless.
Eyebrowless.
Has that been forever?
I think so, because I looked at
Really?
some pictures, and as far as I can tell, she never had eyebrows, and no one's ever pointed that out. And if you look it up,
How did that not stand out to us?
she does not have eyebrows.
She shouldn't have a neck anymore either.
Yeah, she's struggling. She's struggling.
But yeah, how do you say that?
She's not. Here's the thing.
And she's got Jewish co-hosts. So she looks at her Jewish co-hosts.
her last name's Goldberg.
Yeah, her stage name is Goldberg, right? She looks at her Jewish co-host and says, "Yeah, the guy that wanted to create the master race, right?
Yeah.
The evil, maniacal, twisted, messed
Master
up
race.
Adolf Hitler wanted to create a master race and eliminate the inferior race and say that the Holocaust wasn't about racism.
It's
You're just dumb. You're just too dumb to talk.
she's
at that
not,
point.
and that's the thing is if. So I actually used to watch The View quite a bit when I was.
Oh, did you?
When I was in college, like 2000.
I like that we learn these things about you.
2004 to probably 2007. No, even earlier. Probably 2003 to 2007. It was the Rosie O'Donnell years. So they'd be getting in fights every day. And
Yeah.
like her and Hasselback, can't remember her name. They would fight every day. So it was like good TV.
Yeah.
But they weren't as dumb as they are now. Even Rosie O'Donnell and her dumbest wasn't as like Whoopi Goldberg is not a smart person. I every once in a while see
She
clips
doesn't
and
sound
stuff.
like it.
I don't watch the show anymore, but every day it's just like there's just something. And you say that, and you have Joy Behar's Jewish, right?
Right.
Like hardcore Jewish. How does she not stand up and correct her co-host? It didn't seem like she
Well,
did.
I didn't see the whole thing, but I heard I actually heard it on the radio. They were talking about it. And you can hear in the background somebody go, wait a second. It's not about race. Like they're trying to correct her
Yeah.
kind of in real time, and she just wasn't having it.
It's just weird. But no eyebrows, so there
No
you go,
eyebrows.
America.
She got suspended. She's not officially canceled.
That's right. Well, it'd be interesting to see if she even comes back.
Oh, really? Think she'll quit over it?
Well, I mean, there's been a rumor. I don't know. There's rumors that she may quit. There's rumors that other people might quit. There's also a rumor I saw today that no one likes her on the show, so they're kind of like,
Oh, looking for a way to get her out.
hopefully she does quit. I don't know. I don't watch the show. It's the dumbest show ever.
It's dumb. I don't,
It's a bunch of ladies talking over each other. I mean,
I guess I don't get like you get suspended or fired because you say something stupid like that. Oh, did you get a tapioca thing? tapioca
I'm
pearl.
full of them down there.
Oh yeah,
They look like a bunch of spider eggs at the bottom of my glass. They're pretty gross.
they don't add anything to it. It's not good.
No.
It's
It's
just
just a
a
weird texture. I'm gonna
gelatin
put
ball.
the whole thing in my mouth eventually.
You're gonna do the
We're gonna
full
do it.
tapioca
And I'm gonna
pearl.
throw up.
Yeah, it was hard. But anyway, agree or disagree with Whoopi. I disagree.
Everyone does.
But
No one agrees with Whoopi. That's
but
the whole thing.
The fact that if you say something dumb that you lose your job,
Yeah. I don't think she should lose her job. You could suspend her, whatever. I don't.
like how she came across was ignorant of real information.
Well, then she apologized. That's a crazy thing. She apologized. And then that night, I think she went on Colbert and doubled down. It's like, what are you doing? You just apologized.
Oh, she apologized and then said, "No, I
Double
was right the
down.
first time."
Yeah, she said something like, not agree to disagree, but it was something like, I guess if you say so type thing.
Oh, really?
Like, no, this is not a hard. It's almost as bad. They had a host one time. Her name was Sherry Shepard, I think, and I think she was on it when I used to watch.
Yeah.
I think I may have even seen this happen where she said they were talking about the flat earthers.
Yeah.
And she goes she was a comedian, and she's like, hey, and I don't know enough to tell them they're wrong. And all the hosts are like, you think the earth might be flat? She's like, I don't know. What? So she's not the first dummy that's been on the
Right.
show, but honestly, I think they're all kind of. I don't know how people watch it. I've had family members and friends that are really into that show and get all their news from that show. I'm like,
Well,
oh
that's
my
where
gosh,
that's where they get their news. That's like if you get your news from Facebook,
it's bad.
it's not going to be a reliable source
It
of
ain't.
information.
They're not a reliable source.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no eyebrows. Look it up.
Yeah,
Check it
that's
out.
crazy that never stood out to me before.
I know. It blew my mind last night. I told Susan, I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, Susan, you got to see this. She goes, yeah, doesn't she draw her eyebrows? I said, nope. She doesn't even draw them on. She's eyebrowless.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It is crazy.
That you wouldn't notice that, but I guess we're more about the content of people's character. That's what we are here.
Yeah. Than the fullness of their eyebrows.
We don't see
or
their
lack
eyebrows.
thereof.
I don't see eyebrows.
I don't see eyebrows.
When I look at people, I
Yeah.
don't see eyebrows.
I'm eyebrow blind.
Yeah.
I'm brow blind.
Blind.
Yeah. So are you partaking in the Wordle craze that's happening right now?
Well, I don't understand it. So I've seen people post on Facebook, and then somebody I know posted how excited they were that there's your tapioca pearls on the YouTubes. Somebody I know posted because they were so excited that they got the exact word the first time. Is there one word you're trying to figure out?
Oh, that's bad.
Josh having a moment with tapioca
There
pearls.
is. So there's one word. Everyone. It's a new word every day. Everyone has the same word. And so you have 6 tries. Every word is 5 letters. When it starts, it'll tell you which letters you've I always start with the same word. It's youth. So I start with youth because I figure I'm going to knock some letters out. It tells you every time you guess a word, it tells you which letters are not in the word, so you can eliminate some. It tells you which letter is in the word and whether it's in the right spot. So if it's yellow, it's not in the right spot, but it's in the word somewhere. If it's green, you nailed it. That's there. So every time you get a little closer.
So it's just one word per day?
One word per day. Everyone's playing for the same word.
Oh, and
so that's
so
what
it's
makes it
based
kind
on
of
how many tries it takes to get it?
Yeah. It's pretty fun, honestly. I enjoy it.
And how many tries do you get?
You get 6.
6 per day.
Yeah. So far, I'm hitting 4 a lot, mostly 4s, few 3s, and then past couple days I think I've hit 5, which hadn't been great. But
So it takes you 5 tries to get
I
the word.
haven't missed any, so that's pretty good. There's been none that I've missed.
Okay.
So if you're good at
Crossword puzzles?
no, I wouldn't even say that.
Hangman.
I would say if you're good at the process of elimination,
Yeah.
you'd be good at this
If you're
game.
good at
or if you're a
Wheel-
good
Wheel of
test
Fortune?
taker. Yeah, probably. Yep.
I
If you're
know.
a good test taker.
I'm terrible at guessing the Wheel of Fortune words.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, when you have almost all the letters,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes you see somebody solve it and they have 3 letters.
I'm pretty good at that game.
I'm not.
I could do all right.
Yeah.
I did have what may be my best joke ever. So I'm a part of this meme group, and this is if there's kids in the car listening, plug your ears. He's got earphones in already.
Hey, Tommy's got his headphones in.
So someone put up a meme that was like, I guessed it on the first try, and so when the word's correct, it's all green.
Yeah.
And the word was boobs.
Yeah.
Of course, that's not going to be one of the words they use.
Right.
It was just a funny meme, I guess, on the first try. And I replied, which I think might be my funniest joke ever. I said, I guessed the word correctly in 1988 on a calculator. I enjoyed that joke.
That was
made myself laugh.
Before cell phones.
Everyone
right?
had that moment with
You had that
calculators.
dumb where you could figure out how to spell hello
Yeah.
and boobs.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah. So
Did you ever play games on your graphing calculator?
I bought the thing and I don't think I ever turned it on because it was like $80 for the TI whatever.
Yeah.
I never used it in class. That's the thing is like you're supposed to use it that year. Never
Right.
did.
Oh, really?
It was a waste of $80.
Yeah.
And I think they still do it. I was talking to our youth group. I was like, "You guys still got to do that?" And they're like, "Yeah, we still have to buy that thing."
That's crazy.
You got freaking computers now.
Right.
Why are you buying that thing?
All my son's work is on a Chromebook.
Oh, really?
All of his homework he does.
Yeah.
Like even his lessons and stuff is on the Chromebook.
I don't know. It's weird.
I'm old school. I like paper.
I'm all about. I don't ever want to write on paper again. I'm all about using computers and phones and all that.
I'm better with writing it out. Like if I have to remember it, like actually writing it
Yeah,
down.
that does help.
That helps
with
me.
memorizing or
So Zeke's in Algebra 2. I had to buy Algebra 2 for Dummies
Yeah.
so that I could, because I can't remember the formulas to
Oh.
help him. So if I'm helping him with his homework, I got to go to Algebra 2 for Dummies.
My kids are screwed. Because I don't think Susan or I can help with algebra. I failed it twice.
I taught high school math for a little bit. It's just,
You did?
yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you were principal.
Yeah. So I picked up a couple classes as needed, and a couple years I taught math.
Yeah.
And it's when you're in it every day, it's easy to remember it, right? Doing your lesson plans and you know the formulas. But I'm so far removed from that I don't remember any of that stuff.
I don't. I didn't remember it when I was learning it because I never learned it. Math's not my thing.
Yeah.
I did think of might be a funny news segment. It might not be.
Okay.
It's the guy who's behind on the news. So like, hey, when's that Bill Cosby going to be touring again? Like the guy just is aloof to the news. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I just went to put Neil Young on Spotify. What gives?
What's the deal?
So I think we could probably think of a couple of those maybe for the weeks to come because I think that might be a fun segment. And send them in on our Facebook page, Two Broke Dads Podcast on Facebook. We have a group and a page now because I screwed it up in the beginning. But
Can you combine them?
no,
Oh.
it's stupid.
Which one am I a part of?
You're a part of both.
Oh, good. Good for me.
But
Look at this picture my mom just sent me.
oh my gosh, you still owe me Super Bowl Sunday baking canopies.
That reminded me that I owe
should
you.
show that to
I
the
owe you bacon
audience right
canopies.
there.
This is coming to the camera.
Yeah. So send us in guy who's behind on the news.
That's right.
Like major news stories, which is pretty much my wife, because I'll say things to her and she's like,
Does what happened to
Yeah.
Whoopi's eyebrows count as a guy who's behind on the news?
I don't know. It'd be more like, I can't think
The
of
bigger
one off the
stuff,
top.
not Whoopi's eyebrows.
Yeah.
The bigger stuff.
Like, I bet that Jared from Subway is good with kids, like stuff like that. Something that's years old.
That's terrible.
It is terrible.
That's real bad.
Who knew? Jared from Subway. Like,
Is he still in
someone
jail?
knew. Oh, I hope he is. Because that dude deceived America.
He did. He lost 400 pounds and he still fooled us.
Man is thinking he's a swell guy because he's eating veggie subs every day, 3 meals a day. I did that one time. So Susan and I, we lived in Nashville. We bought a house and then we got broke because we bought a house. And we couldn't, the house didn't come with a fridge. So I remember we bought this fridge from a lady. I think their family owned a Chinese food store.
Yeah.
And it was a little college dorm fridge, and it smelled so bad of like raw fish. So they were obviously storing raw fish. It smelled forever. But so we had this little fridge for a while till we could, build up the income to buy a decent
real fridge. Yeah.
Which we never did. Her parents
Did
ended
you
up
put
buying
it where the real fridge went? Did you really?
did. We would get the littlest pints of ice cream. Like
That's
it was just
so good. You put it in the real fridge spot in the kitchen.
But what we realized is, if we eat, it was when they were doing the $5 footlongs.
Oh, yeah.
We're like, if we eat that for dinner every night, we can switch it up. We can do so for probably a good 8 months to a year. We did $5 footlongs every night. We would just stop in on the way home. We both work at the same place. We'd stop by. We'd get our sub. We'd go home every night.
And I mean, for months. 3 months in, were you like, I'm so sick
You
of
know
Subway?
what? No.
Really?
They have a lot of different stuff. I'm a Subway fan. Now, if it was Jimmy John's,
Jimmy
I
John's is
love
good.
Jimmy John's. That's my joint.
I like the bread at Jimmy John's, but the selection isn't as good as other sub shops.
Yeah, but all I need is the selection that they have. I don't need a bunch of other stuff.
I always get the gargantuan because it has the most meat on it.
I can never remember what I get, but it's basically a cold cut.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so delicious there. They're so good.
You can
Jimmy
buy just their
John's.
bread.
You can?
Yeah, you can just order bread, like if you want it with your homemade meal.
This podcast, people say stuff about it, but it's informational.
It is. We're informative. Yeah.
You learn something.
Go get
you
your
walk away with something.
$2 loaf of Jimmy John's.
Yeah, $2.
I think it's
a little steep
$2.
for a loaf, but
Maybe it's a buck.
warm it
I
up
don't
in
know.
the
Maybe
oven.
it's 2 for $1.
I love their pickles.
Oh,
Dang good pickles.
no, sir.
Oh, that's right. You hate pickles.
None for
Oh
me.
my gosh, they're
None for me.
so good. What if it'd be funny if I found a pickle juice.
Oh,
One of these.
you know, drinking pickle juice is supposed to be super healthy because of the
Oh, yeah.
vinegar.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of weird phobia things, like I guess you're not phobic of pickles, but it's kind of weird that you're so adamant against
I
something
just hate
so
them
delicious.
so much. Yeah.
I realized there's actually a word for it, but you ever look at like sunflowers, the plant that are like missing seeds and they got the weird misshaped holes, and
Yeah.
or you look at like someone has you always see those weird ads at the bottom of a website that's like skin care stuff and weird holes. I can't look at it. If like it freaks me out.
You can't look at a sunflower if it's missing some of its
If it's
seeds.
missing holes or anything like that. If
Really?
it's like a statue or something that has a bunch of misshapen holes,
Yeah.
can't look at it. If it's a bug's eye or something that has it freaks me
And
out.
that's- Yep.
There is a phobia. It's called my daughter has the same thing, by the way.
Really?
We were talking about one day. I was like, you have the same thing? And it does run in families. It's trypophobia. Brings on feelings of disgust or fear when you see patterns with lots of holes. Sunflowers, honeycombs, sponges, seedy fruits can cause this response.
Really?
And it's an official anxiety disorder.
That's
Some people
crazy.
get real crazy. Like, I can handle a sponge, but I don't want to look closely at the sponge that I'm using.
because
or
of
stuff
the
because
little
of the little
holes
holes
in it.
all through it.
That's so crazy.
It's weird, but yeah.
We're gonna test it out right now.
Oh boy. I mean, it's not like, yeah. Well, I remember there used to be Maury Povich. He used to have like people with weird fears and stuff. And
So
one
something like that
yeah, I
bothers
don't
you?
like it.
That's a sea sponge. For,
Show the
for
the
painting.
audience so that I can be also freaked out when I'm. Yeah, don't like it. Don't like it. I don't know.
I had to buy some of those for work, and sorry,
I don't like it.
and give them to a guy so he could faux paint a wall.
It's weird.
That's crazy that bothers you.
But I remember the lady on Maury Povich was like afraid of like whales. Or no, it was dolphins.
Yeah.
And so they had a guy dressed as a dolphin and like she couldn't be near it. There was a couple other crazy ones, but boy, I love some old Maury
A guy
Povich.
dressed up as you watched some daytime TV back in the
I
day.
did.
Huh?
Well, I had a weird schedule because I worked all nights. I worked security at nights,
Oh.
and I had classes some during the day. And Susan was working all day, so I really most of the day I had nothing to do
Yeah.
in college. So
You were watching
I was
daytime
watching Maury
The
Povich.
View.
I
Maury
watched
Povich.
The View. I would watch the heck out of some People's Court.
Ooh.
Judge Judy was my favorite, and then I knew Judge Judy came on about 4 o'clock. All right, I'm going to watch an hour of Judge Judy,
Yeah.
back-to-back episodes, and then I'm going to make some dinner. It's going to be about
Really?
dinner time.
So, and you worked like 11 at night to 7 in the morning or something like
I
that?
worked, yes, it was 11 to 7.
And then how long did you sleep?
I would normally sleep, well, depending on if sometimes I'd have class in the morning,
Oh, man.
but I had an awesome nap when I was done class. And I could do that back then. Like, I could stay
Yeah.
up all night and be fine.
Just nap it up.
Susan and I, like, when we were dating, and you probably did the same thing, like, we'd stay up all night on AOL Instant Messenger talking
Yeah.
back and forth.
Right.
So I could do it back then. I can't do it now.
Yeah, I would go into the wee hours of the morning and wake up fine for class and
Yeah.
all day, make it to basketball.
I can't even imagine doing that today.
No way.
I would call sick. Like, I would not
If
be
I
able
put
to do
my
it.
head on this table right now, I'd fall asleep.
Yeah.
Like I'm always ready to sleep now.
Speaking of falling asleep, you noticed something when we walked into the office.
Oh yeah.
So I have a little problem because I have this nice office chair, but it reclines, but I am a belly sleeper. So around the corner of my office is our youth room, which has some couches.
Yeah.
It's really cold because we actually don't heat this wing right now because
Yeah.
I'm the only one in this wing, and I have a little space, not a space heater, but a little room heater in here.
Yeah.
So it's really cold.
Right.
I mean, today was 1 degree.
It
So I
was
can't go
cold
out
today.
there and take a nap. So I told Susan, I was like, I like to have a little 30-minute nap every day. And then I realized I have a camping cot. So over in the corner, I have a camping cot. I got 2 pillows. And I take a good 30-minute snoozer every day now, and it has changed my life.
Really?
Camping cot, baby. I almost took that thing back because I used it one night
Yeah.
camping with my boys because I needed something to get off the ground, and I did not sleep well on it.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I didn't take it back.
But if it's a
Comes in handy
30-minute
now.
office nap, then you're good.
Woo.
Maybe I need to incorporate the midday nap.
The nap siesta, they
The
got
siesta.
something. Yeah, they got something on with that.
Do you have lunch and then siesta?
I don't really have a
Or
process.
just whenever the
It's
moment
when
of
I get
nappy
tired.
time hits you?
Because it does hit me hard, and then I'm either really tired all afternoon and like really non-functional,
Right.
or if I get a good 20, even 20 minutes, if I get 20 minutes with my eyes closed, I'm good.
Really?
But I can't do it in this chair. Otherwise, I would use that. But I can't lay on my back and sleep.
I
just
like that
wake
you said
myself
I
up.
have a dilemma, and the dilemma was, how do I sleep at work?
How do I sleep at work? Got a cot. I mean, I could live in this room now. It's not a very big room. It's probably the size of a dorm room
Yeah.
that you would be picturing.
Right.
It's very small. Has a very narrow hallway into the room.
Yep.
But I could live here. I got a bed. I got a desk. I got musical instruments. I got lights.
You get snacks.
I got snacks like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the comforts of home now.
Could live here. So Susan never kicks me out. I'm good. I'm good.
We just need to get you.
Might be a little creepy because we're in an old church.
Oh, yeah.
I'd do it though. I'd just lock the door. Would you ever sleep in here by yourself
Yeah,
for the
I could,
night?
Yeah, I could sleep in here. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not as brave as I thought.
What's that?
I'm not as brave as I thought.
I mean,
You won't come in here for a
a ghost,
ghost
hunt?
hunt.
No.
But you would sleep in here all night by yourself.
Sure. I would think that the ghosts are here.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that the ghosts are here. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
I don't want confirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your beard is really,
It's getting there.
it's really luscious.
Susan doesn't like it.
Really? I like
She
it's
wants me to
good.
cut it, and I kind of want to go the distance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting
You've got some,
might be the longest it's been.
there's some girth to that thing.
Last time I got it pretty long, and then I was shaving one day and accidentally zip, and I was like,
Oh,
there it goes.
that's it.
That's probably what's going to happen again, but it's getting there.
You're going to let that ride.
It's getting there. I actually have to use beard oil now, which I've never had to
Oh,
use.
really?
And I have
To
to
get all
have
frazzled.
I have to leave combs. Like I have a comb over there, and I have a comb at home, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a comb in my wallet. I got it because it sometimes need to comb it through the day.
Yeah.
Never had that.
That's
getting there.
getting good. How long are you going to let it ride?
I don't know. We were at a basketball game earlier for one of my sons and for Jesse, and there was a guy sitting next to us that had like
Yeah.
a long,
Right.
probably about my age and everything. And
Yeah.
I said, Susan. She goes, no. But I would go. I think I'd try it out. I don't know.
Mine is so straight. Like your hair starts to curl a little
Yeah.
bit. Mine just goes straight, so it looks really kind
Well,
of
I get a cowlick too. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
I literally get a cowlick on my beard that goes like this way. So,
Yeah. But it's
always
on
a
both
little weird.
sides. It's coming to the middle.
It
good.
kind of does.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Joe Rogan. Still going on. We've had some more people leave.
Yeah, more people.
Indy
people are like-
Ari. Okay.
India Ari, yeah.
I guess all of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young are leaving, but they don't own their music, so I don't know what's going on with that. Like, you don't own your music. Crosby famously sold his whole catalog last year or the year before or something. So how can you just say, I'm going to pull it down?
What do they think they're achieving?
Well, I think what they're going to do, what they hope for is like that someone, because there was rumors like, oh, Foo Fighters is going to pull down their music. They told someone they're going to, and they never did.
Right.
I think they're hoping like a Taylor Swift and a Beyonce pull their music. Because honestly, if big enough artists do pull their music, it will sink Spotify if they don't. But I think it's going to be too late because I don't think they'll come back if they just get rid of Joe Rogan.
I think this is
now.
just making Joe Rogan bigger than ever.
I think it's
That's
a
all
ploy
it's
from
doing.
Apple Music and all those. They're saying, "Hey, come on over here." Because if you go to like iTunes right now, they're pumping up Apple Music with Neil Diamond and Joni Mitchell on the front. And all
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I love Spotify. We actually, I've been using it for years, and my whole family. It's not like when we were kids where your kid could have a Walkman and go get a tape.
Yeah.
It's like they have to have a device now to get online. Well, they had
Yeah.
the devices, but we all had this one Spotify account.
Yeah.
And it stinks because, only one person could listen at a time. So last week I was like, we're upgrading. It didn't have anything to do with Rogan, but I was like, we're upgrading. So we upgraded to the family plan. And I don't know where I was going with that story. But I love Spotify, and I hope it doesn't go anywhere.
Well, does Joe Rogan do a podcast every day?
No, it's sporadic. I don't think it's like set. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But there's at least a couple a week, I feel like.
But he's got like 50 million listeners.
He's got, 11 million, I think, is his average or something like that. I'm speaking.
Okay.
I mean, this is just stuff I've
somewhere
heard.
today I heard that like there's been 50 million that have listened.
Oh,
so
for
if
sure.
If it's 11 million
the one
per
episode, the one episode that we talked about a couple weeks ago,
I listened
that
to it
has
last week.
over 80 million, I believe.
Yeah, I listened to it last week because I was curious.
Yeah, I mean,
the Dr. Malone, he doesn't come off as a wacko.
Well, he's not. I mean, that's the thing is him and there's two interviews in question of people that really were like, that's what really caused the stir up.
Right.
But if you look at their credentials, I mean, if you would ask any of these people that are critical of them 2 years ago, they would not have been critical of them. It's just because of the COVID stuff, which is fine if you don't agree with that. But you can't say, hey, these guys aren't credible. They are credible.
Right.
One of the guys is the most published scientist in the world, like something crazy like that.
Yeah.
I was reading it.
On infectious disease or something like that. Yeah, I heard that.
And then the guy that you listen to, he's got like the most patents or something like that, and
for the
mRNA.
Yeah, for the technology to
like
deliver
these guys
the
aren't
vaccine.
crazy. And I didn't listen to the one interview, but I listened to the Malone one, and I honestly I'm like I don't know what the fuss is all about. Yeah, he's not a big fan of the vaccine. He is vaccinated. He explained, I understand the vaccine more than I did before, like the way you talked about the, I can't remember any of the terminology, but explained, I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Well, he's a proponent of the vaccine for the at-risk population.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he said.
Yeah.
Right? Old, out of shape,
yeah,
chronic conditions,
yep,
get the vaccine. But he's super against vaccinating children.
Yeah.
He's like, don't do that.
Yep.
We don't know enough about it to do that.
And that's the thing, is like you can say he's wrong. He knows more than anybody that's listening right now. He knows more than anybody that did listen to that
he
podcast.
Invented the
most
technology.
Likely. I mean, there might be a couple
so
scientists.
That's what I listened to the whole thing. It took me like a couple days. I just listened to it while I was driving. It was like 3.5 hours.
And dry. It's not a super
it's just
podcast.
information, right? It's just scientific information. But I listened to it because I wanted to know what all the outcry was.
What's the hubbub?
Yeah. What did he say?
Scuttlebutt?
And I listened to the whole thing, and I'm like, I don't know why people are pissed off.
I think, and I would bet you all the dollars I have, which is not a lot, that Neil Young and Joni Mitchell have not listened to an episode of Joe Rogan.
Well, and he has such a crazy list of people to come on. Like, it's not like he's a conservative talk show host and only has right-wing guys on.
My man had Bernie Sanders on and voted for Bernie Sanders in the last election.
Yeah, he's had Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's had Elon Musk.
That's what he said. He's had
everybody.
He came out this week with like a 10-minute, like kind of not a rebuttal, but like a, hey, if it'll make you feel better, we'll throw something at the beginning that says, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist.
Right.
And he even said, I've had, like, he listens to people like Sanjay Gupta, who is the CNN, like, head medical guy. He had him on a month ago, 2 months ago.
Right.
And he listens to people. That's the thing, is he's not, I don't know.
Maybe you're not allowed to have a conversation anymore. Maybe that's what it is.
If you go against the narrative, which I'm not even so sure that he does, which is the crazy thing. Yeah, you could pull some clips out where he's saying stuff, and then sometimes maybe he'll go back on that the next day. He's not, that's the thing, he's not a scientist, a doctor. Whoopi Goldberg and The View say more misinformation than he does.
Yeah, I believe that.
And by the way, that's all you hear is misinformation, and now it's disinformation.
Disinformation, yeah.
No one ever says, no matter what you watch, if it's Fox, CNN, MSNBC, whenever they say, oh, he's accused of misinformation, disinformation, you never hear?
What?
What is the misinformation?
Right, what is it?
You would think if it's so dangerous that they'd be saying, hey, he said this, and that is not correct because of this, and we're reporting this because we're the news. But no, all they say is he says misinformation. But if it's really that dangerous misinformation, wouldn't you be correcting it?
Yeah.
But no.
Well, did you hear we're like all political and stuff tonight. Did you hear the CNN thing
This
today?
makes me a little angry. No.
So, like, the president at CNN was having
Oh, Jeff Sicker, yeah.
having an affair with the like top ranking official at CNN.
Yeah, I guess she wasn't the top ranking when they were starting the affair.
Oh, right.
Allegedly.
Yeah, and he didn't report the relationship.
Yeah.
And then it all came out because of Chris
Chris
Cuomo getting
which
fired.
is hilarious.
Right, because they were saying, his nefarious conversations with his brother Governor Andrew Cuomo, and he was like, "What about you guys?"
Those brothers are crooked. I mean,
of course they are.
But it's hilarious that he threw him under the bus. He's like, "All right."
But it shows you the whole network's crooked, right?
That network has to be going down. I mean, if you look at their viewers and everything, and I'm openly not a fan of them. I think I see you talk about misinformation. I see so much crap on that network, and sometimes I will flip onto it and I'll watch things that I'm just
when it was like the Cuomo
crazy.
Brothers show at night, like it was so cringy.
Yeah,
it was
those
so
clips.
dumb, and you could tell like they were all in for this guy, for Governor Andrew Cuomo. So then when he goes down, his brother goes down. Inevitably, the head guy has to go down because he's the one who set it all up.
Only guy still standing is Toobin. I think his name's Jeff Toobin.
Ooh,
And he's the guy that got caught on video.
yep,
Yeah, going to town, and he's the only guy still standing over
kept
there.
his job because
What's going
he's the
on?
least worst. That tells
Yeah.
you how bad the other guys are.
And here's the thing,
Gosh.
going back to Joe Rogan a little bit, and we'll I don't want to harp on this all night. We talked about it last week. Maybe people find it interesting though. I don't know. I find it interesting. Neil Young, these people, they were always their whole thing in like the 70s, 60s. They were fighting against the man.
Oh, it was
right?
all about freedom, right?
It's all about freedom, fighting the man.
yeah.
Now who are
Now
they?
they are
backing?
the man.
Well, not even that. They're fighting for the man now. Big pharma, big government. Like you can't. They are fighting for the man now. It's total reversal, and it's crazy.
Are you going to write a dissertation on your conspiracy theories? Big pharma,
Maybe.
big government.
Big government. I mean, that's who they're fighting. They're sticking up for the man, which is
Do you know
Biden,
the
Fauci,
pharmaceutical
they're the man.
company that is the most crooked pharmaceutical company in history, and was levied the single biggest fine from a lawsuit in the history of lawsuits?
Pfizer.
Pfizer.
Oh, see, I don't.
Imagine that.
I have heard some things about the lawsuits. but
Imagine that.
That's who I got when I got the vaccine.
How are they
was
making their
Pfizer.
money back? Huh? I'm just saying. Not a conspiracy theorist. It's only a conspiracy if you can't prove it.
Well, here's the other thing. So this is from a couple days ago. So this is kind of old news, but Biden's press secretary. This is where it gets dangerous to me, and this is why I'm.
This is Jen Psaki.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is why I'm okay. I don't want to alienate anyone, but I'm okay talking about this crap because it's a little kind of getting a little for real when the White House is saying stuff. So this is just a clip that I pulled out. At her daily press briefing, President Joe Biden's top spokeswoman was asked about a decision by the company to add disclaimers linking to COVID-19 information hubs to any piece of content that includes discussion of the pandemic, vaccines, or COVID itself. Okay, no one's against that. Add a disclaimer. I mean, it's silly, but she responded that the change was a good step, but that the company could take steps if it wanted to actively prohibit content that contained misinformation that experts have warned is prolonging the pandemic and leading to more deaths.
So this is the government telling a private company to censor people.
It's crazy.
That's terrible.
And the craziest thing to me, it's fine. That's what the government does. The government wants to get bigger. They're not like even Republicans.
If
They're not. They say they're for
actively
small
promoting
government.
a private company to censor other people.
It's crazy, but it's expected. Like, I expect the government. What I don't expect is for people to go along with it and say, okay. That's what boggles me is that I know people are, I see posts of people that, even celebrities and stuff, and they're like,
Look at
screw that guy.
Look at the modern day cultures. Let's just do this. Look at the modern day cultures that censor their citizens.
Yeah.
Is that a place you want to live? Do you want to live in North Korea?
Nah, man.
Do you want to live in communist China?
Yes.
No, you don't.
No, it's great.
No?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Do you want to
I don't want a social score and all that crap. It's
Right? Do you want to live in the former Soviet Union? I mean, Russia's getting crazy now too, trying to
getting crazy.
right? Heading towards the Ukraine again.
Yeah.
Right? So
It's
the cultures that censor their citizens are not those are places that people are trying to escape.
Yeah.
And they're trying to get to America. And soon they're going to find America's just like home.
Yeah. And I was reading on QAnon this morning that
Did you figure out how
crazy.
to find QAnon yet?
I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure anyone listening right now would say, "Oh, he's a member of QAnon," because don't know where it is. Don't know what it is.
We're too dumb to be members of anything.
Don't know what it is.
But you know what? As dumb as we
sure it's a
are,
real thing.
we're smart enough to see something live and in person or live on TV and go, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Sometimes you could be so dumb
That you're
that
smart.
you're smart. You can take that one to the bank. Sometimes you're so dumb that you're smart.
That's our next T-shirt.
Sometimes you're so dumb. And speaking of all this crap,
Yeah.
truckers in Canada, man, they're showing us how it's done because,
Yeah.
man, they're just not. They're not letting go. They're sticking in. I can't talk, but they're like holding out.
They're sticking to it. Yeah.
A homeboy Trudeau's like, oh, I might have talked to someone on the phone that had COVID. Now I'm down for the count. And happened to be the day that they were driving into town. He's like, oh, I might have talked. And then, when that was done, when it's 5 days, which you're not even supposed to be quarantined for 5 days if you've just been exposed, unless you have a positive test, according to
Why did it go 14 days, 10 days, 5 days?
Why does anything happen?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I was shocked when
Is it
I heard it
'cause
was
of
5
science?
days.
Yeah.
I had COVID a year ago, and it was 10 days.
My thing is, and Trudeau's calling them all racist, and they're all whatever, blah, blah, blah. If I have ever...
Are they racist?
No, but that's the thing is everyone's racist, but he has come out and said they're racist, homophobes, they're the worst of the... Like, he's made statements in the past couple of days of how horrible they are, and they don't represent our country. They're a minor fringe. They're not a minor fringe. But...
Well, aren't there people, like, on the highway cheering them on and stuff, right?
I mean, our country's cheering them on for the most part.
I
But
heard
here's-
some American truckers might join them.
Yeah, to D.C., I heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It would suck for us. I better load up on groceries before that.
I know, man.
It's a
Empty
little
shelves,
scary.
right?
But here's the thing. If I knew that I had a picture of me in blackface that was circulating, not just one, but two pictures, I would never call anybody racist. Because I
Is that
wouldn't
Trudeau?
wa-
Really?
He's got at least two pictures out there of him in blackface.
Oh.
And it's like, if I had that and people knew I had it and it was like an open, it wasn't even a secret. It was just open. It was out there. People used it against me. I would never call anybody racist again because I knew every time it's just going to get through. And I'm bringing it up.
I liked them better when all we did was talk about his socks. Remember that?
No.
Do you remember Trudeau just wore like crazy socks with his suits?
Yeah.
Or like pink socks or socks with like different designs on it.
I don't know anything about him really other than I don't
That's
really
all. That's
care
all.
for him.
That's all I ever heard about him before
Yeah.
COVID, and now
He's too pretty.
I don't know. With his beard, he looks kind of
Yeah, he's too
different.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is the truckers, they're going for it, man. I don't know how they're surviving. And the other thing I heard was there was
Well, they have a GoFundMe.
$10 million or something, but
Yeah.
their GoFundMe's pausing it. They froze it.
Oh, I heard they froze it, and then they
Did they?
got it like $1 million out, and they were looking at
Okay.
yeah.
That's the only scary thing is all these companies. Like I've heard of right wing companies that were using PayPal, and then PayPal's like, you can't use this anymore. Well, that's what our whole banking was through, and no, you can't use it.
really?
But you can't go to Bank of America either. You can't go to blah blah blah. So you can get shut down real easily. That's the thing I hate about all this censorship.
digital.
It's just, yeah.
They can kill it quick, man.
Let's maybe get out of the politics.
Let's break from all that.
We'll switch gears here. Do you have a favorite thing right now? Something that's like maybe in the past month that you're like, this is my new favorite thing right now. I'm enjoying this.
I love to find like a TV series that I can binge,
Yeah, me too.
and so
Sometimes I'll sit for 2 hours and just look through, and I'm like, nah, nothing. I'm just going to bed. But I love it when you
when you
stumble
find the
on
one
something.
and you're like, you can look forward to seeing that. And I can't watch it every day or even every couple days because we're busy. But
Yeah.
when you get those few minutes and you're like, oh yeah, I'm getting back into that show.
Yeah.
I do like that.
I like a good podcast. So I found one the other day. That's what made me think of this. It's David Spade and I can't think of his name. The guy who played Garth on Wayne's World, Dana Carvey.
Oh yeah,
And they started a podcast together. I think it's called Fly on the Wall.
really?
But I think they have 5 episodes up so far. They're awesome. They're just little hour episodes. They are hilarious. They go into
hilarious,
SNL like inside scoops and
Yeah.
how it was back in the day, which that was my favorite era.
Are you burping the melon? The
A
honeydew?
little bit, yeah.
Got a little honeydew
Yeah.
backlash.
Yeah.
Yeah, podcasts are good too. I'm hesitant to go to a new podcast because I don't want to risk it being bad and then I've wasted time while I'm driving.
Yeah.
listening to something that's not good.
That's the way I am about movies now. Because there's a lot of movies I want to see, and then it'll come on like HBO Max, and I'm like, oh, it's 2 hours and 45 minutes.
What if it's not good?
Do I want to dedicate? There's actually a movie I just did that to for like 2 weeks. I looked at it every night, and I'm like, it's 9:45.
Yeah.
It's not going to get over till after midnight. I don't know if it's going to be good. It's okay on Rotten Tomatoes. It was The Last Duel with Matt Damon. And,
Yeah.
Dumb, crappy movie. I finally did watch it the other night, and I was like, oh, it's so stupid. On the flip side, my friend Andrews, listener of the podcast, said, hey, you need to watch 3 Days on the Condor. Do you know that movie?
No.
Old Robert Redford movie from the 70s. Like, it starts off with bounce, like you can tell it's a 70s movie.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Really?
Awesome movie about this spy. He's like a guy that deciphers codes by reading books or something, and then he comes back to work after lunch one day, and everyone's murdered.
Ooh.
And then they're after him, and they don't know what he knows. It's like this whole
3
thing.
Days on the Condor.
Good movie. Real good.
Yeah.
Old 70s movie, but real good. Yeah, so I'd recommend that. But I'd also recommend Fly on the Wall podcast. It's been my favorite thing recently.
But not The Last Duel.
Not The Last Duel. That was really bad. Did not enjoy it all. It was boring. It was kind of pointless.
Yeah.
It was just, I didn't enjoy it.
I had a Facebook memory come up. I don't even remember the show, or maybe it was a movie. It was is it Life of a Boy or something like that? Do you remember that?
There's Boyhood.
No. It was
There's
Life of something. Anyway, my
Hugh Grant movie, something
this was
a boy.
Like, maybe it was about a boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. My comment was, I wish there was one more scene in whatever movie it was, so that there could have been one good scene.
Oh.
And that's what I worry about. I have such limited time for entertainment that I just want it to be good. I don't want to roll the dice.
How do you feel about Jackass movies?
I think I've seen the first one and laughed hard, and then it felt like it was kind of more of the same.
They're a guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah, but isn't there a new one coming out?
Comes out tomorrow.
And to see the old guys doing it, I think is going to...
I guess some of them got hurt this time, too.
Yeah, I think it's going to make me laugh.
I think it was the very first one I saw in theater. Yeah. And I think I actually might have snuck into it. I don't know.
Attaboy.
I think I might have saw Napoleon Dynamite, then rolled into that one or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I know what it was. We were seeing Napoleon Dynamite. There was only one showing. It was me and this guy, Josh.
Josh and Josh?
Josh and Josh went, and but it didn't start for like an hour. So we just went up and we watched most of Jackass because they're only about an hour and 15 minutes. And ever since I've been kind of hooked. I like them. I think they're funny.
I mean, that kind of shtick makes me laugh hard.
We used to do some of that. We would go around when it was really popular and when I was in high school, and we would go to like a parking lot in the middle of the night and like do the cart tricks where you run a cart into the curb and go flying. And,
right. There's 2 scenes that I remember. One, the one guy eats like a ton of X-Lax.
Yeah.
And they're like waiting in the van. He's like, yeah, I got to go. I got to go. And they're like, just wait. I got to go. And they go in a hardware store and he actually poops on a display model toilet.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, some of it is really gross out. I would never recommend it to anyone, but
that made me laugh because not only is that bold, but it is disgusting. Right?
I remember the scene you're talking about. And the guy like flips out.
Oh, yeah. Wouldn't you? I would lose it. Yeah. But then what do you do? Because the guy's naked sitting on your display toilet. Like, you're not going to touch him. He's pooping.
I did see someone, I think it was yesterday, someone posted, if you can't find someone to help you at Home Depot, just go and use one of their toilets.
Exactly.
And someone will be right over to help you.
I was in Home Depot last week, and I got this isn't my department when I asked a question.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm like,
that's...
You're standing they were actually sitting at the desk in that department.
This is not my department.
Right.
Well, it is now.
And I'm walking by and I'm looking for something. And she asked me, do you need help with anything? So you're sitting at the desk in the department working on that computer. You ask me if I need help. I tell you what I'm looking for. And she goes, well, this isn't my department.
Oh, my gosh.
Why are you even talking to me in the first place? You are wearing the apron.
This whole store is your department.
Yeah.
If you're wearing orange.
It's crazy. So I worked at Home Depot when I was in college.
Yeah.
We weren't even allowed to point. Like if somebody said,
really?
hey, where's the socket wrench? I worked in the paint department. If they wanted to find a socket wrench, I had to take them to the socket wrench.
They do that to me still. Like they'll take me normally.
Well, I got the this is not my department speech.
Wow. Yeah.
Now Maynard's, Maynard's, they'll walk you over.
I'll walk you.
Not at Home Depot anymore.
Although I did find someone at Maynard's that didn't do that. She wasn't very friendly.
Well, I think you're about 50-50 with people that love to not know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Everybody love to not know something.
That's right. Chris Rock said
That
it
was
best.
cultural appropriation, and I do apologize. I'll be issuing a statement.
You were imitating someone's voice.
To not know something.
Yeah. They didn't. They love to not know. I don't know. Well, is there somebody here that can help me? I don't know. Do you think it's in this department? I don't know. Why are you here?
Yeah.
I don't.
Do you get a paycheck for this? I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, new Jackass movie. I might be seeing it. We'll see. Tom Brady retired.
Yeah, I was surprised. I really thought that we were going to have the hype of Brady's going to retire and he was going to come back for one more year because he talked about playing until he was 50.
I think it was Peyton Manning that said he might retire for a year and come back.
Oh, really? Why?
I don't know. He had a reason. I don't know. I don't remember.
Retire as a Patriot?
Yeah, it might have been that he could. Yeah, go back to a team that he won. I don't know, some with contracts or something. But he did have. I think it was Peyton Manning that said that he could retire for a year and then come back.
Because I know, like the Ravens, because I don't follow every team, and I love the Ravens. The Ravens have signed guys for one day, so they could retire as a Raven.
Well, the weird thing about his whole retirement post was he thanked everybody except Kraft. Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick and the Patriots. Like he thanked Bucks Nation and all. Did not thank those three entities.
Really?
Yep.
But he did a whole thing when he left New England. Like he did like a full page ad or something.
But he was thanking like everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, he thanked people no one even heard of, and you're not going to thank Patriots again?
Huh?
Kind of
maybe
weird.
he had some bad blood.
I think he did. I
Right?
think I don't think he was ready to go yet. Maybe I don't know.
Well, he left and won a Super Bowl the next year with a different team, so showed you that he still had it.
Honestly, he should have retired last year.
After
Because like
the
Peyton
Super
Manning,
Bowl?
remember that's what Peyton Manning did. He went out on top.
Yeah.
He retired and then he won the Super Bowl and he's done.
That's what who's Broncos dude? Elway.
Oh, did he do
I
that?
think he won 2 Super Bowls and retired.
Yeah.
Like his last 2 years, Super Bowl, and then he
That's
retired.
the way to go out.
Right?
And Tom Brady, I mean, he was almost there. He's 2 games away from the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's done. Be interesting
For
to see what
now.
he does for now. Well, I guess his wife, Giselle Bundchen or whatever.
She makes more money than he
That's
does.
exactly what I was going to say. That's crazy.
Yep.
The top. I mean, he's got to be one of the top paid athletes.
Yeah.
I mean, right? But
Well, I know that he took lesser deals with the
Yeah.
Patriots. I don't know with the Bucks, but he took lesser money so that they would have more money for talent
makes
around
sense.
him,
I
right?
would
Because
do
he
the
wanted
same
to
thing.
win.
Yeah.
But even still, he's making millions, and plus his endorsement deals and
Yeah.
the TV12 brand and all that stuff. With all that, his wife still makes more
That's
than him.
insane. And I don't even know. I mean, I know she's a model, but other than that, like, I don't know what she does. I don't see her in anything. I don't see her out there on
Probably endorsement
advertisements
stuff,
and
makeup,
But
or
that's
I don't know.
crazy that
I
they
wonder
would
what their
bring in
net
that.
worth is.
Oh, she's worth. I heard she's worth $400 million plus.
Wow.
So I mean, she got more money than him, but that's
Yeah.
that's just
So they're
crazy.
almost at $1 billion. They're like Jay-Z
They
and
will
Beyonce.
be if they're not already.
Jay-Z and Beyonce are worth $1 billion, right?
It's crazy. Yeah, I had one more thing to say about that. I can't remember, but
About Thomas Brady.
Thomas Brady. Yeah, just crazy. Yeah, it's gone.
End of an era. I did think he was gonna come back. I was,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised that he retired, but I was a little bit like, especially when they had the hype and the news was breaking. He's like, I didn't say anything yet.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah,
I thought he was
people
coming
are
back, too.
talking, but it's not him. He's coming back,
Well, and it's not like he's playing bad. He's still playing good.
dude. He was in the playoffs.
Yeah, so
Right.
he could probably. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back and won it again.
Do you think he'll coach or be an analyst or anything like
I
that?
don't think so.
No.
I don't think he had. He doesn't seem like coach material. Like Peyton Manning, when he left, I'm like, he's going to coach,
Right.
and I still think he'll probably coach. Although now he's doing this ESPN show, which is hilarious, and I love it.
Oh, the one with his
too.
brother?
Him and his brother.
Yeah.
That's the best like analyst show
Right.
there is.
Yeah.
So he'll probably keep doing that. But I can see Peyton Manning. He's just too much of a football mind to come back. And I know Brady is he's a good football mind.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning is like, but who knows?
So I did do some work with a guy that actually played with Brady.
Oh, really?
He got hurt. He was only in the NFL for like 1 or 2 years.
Oh, you told me that. Yeah.
And he got hurt, and so in a previous job, he and I had a little bit of interaction. But I had heard that he told someone else, direct conversation with this guy who was a Patriot for like a year or two.
Yeah.
He said Tom Brady made everybody better. Like, you wanted to be the best. In fact, he went to the center and he said, look, this play works if you do your job well. Says that to the center, the guy that snaps the ball.
Yeah.
He said, your perfect snap is my perfect drop back. It's our perfect route. It's the perfect pass, but it starts with you. And then there was another center whose butt sweat a lot, and he made that guy wear a towel inside his pants.
Oh, you told me that. I saw a clip of his first ever touchdown pass and his last touchdown pass, and they were identical.
Really?
Did you see that clip?
No.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, I'm assuming it's true because I saw it on the internet, but it was like
Well, if
identical
you see it on the
passes.
internet, then it's passed the test. It is true.
Yeah, so it'll be weird not having Tom Brady in there, but yeah.
So who's the best quarterback in the league now that Tom Brady's gone?
I mean, we don't even want to have this debate, but
Who
it's
is it?
obviously Mahomes.
Obviously?
I mean, it's not even close.
Not even close.
He's a magician. But we don't have to get into that.
All right.
We'll just let.
I have thoughts.
just let
I'll save
everything
it for next time.
Let's let everything speak.
We'll
for
save it till
itself.
next season.
Next
How about
season.
that?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
I will say, in Lamar's defense, Tom Brady had some nice things to say about him in ESPN. I think this
really?
week
Really?
he said like he's the future.
I mean, look, he got hurt
Yeah.
quarters of the way through the season, so you didn't get to see him at the end of the season. But he really does play like a video game.
Yeah.
Like, if he doesn't get hurt, he kind of has that like Michael Vick way about him, but Vick
Yeah.
ended up getting beat up. So
Well,
if Lamar can keep out of harm's way, you'll get to see video game moves. This guy's crazy.
I mean, yeah, I've seen some crazy plays watching him with you. He always gives me. He's better than him, but he always gives me RG3 vibes a little bit, and that's what scares me. Like, I don't want to get too like, oh yeah, he's great yet, because I feel like he's not
gonna
going
let
to
you
stand
down?
the test of time.
Right.
To me,
He's going to blow out his right knee, get back, and blow out his left knee.
which honestly, I'm afraid of that for Mahomes. Every game, I'm like, this is going to, because last year he had that thing where he got knocked out.
Yeah.
And even so, someone said the first half of this last game, because he did. I mean, if you watch the game, the first half was night and day of how he played.
Did he get a hard hit or something towards the end?
Someone
of the first
said
half?
that he did, and I think I remember him getting one hard hit where he got like kneed in the. But that might have been the game before. I don't know. But yeah, someone's saying and even in his eyes when they would do Zoom, he kind of looked like maybe he was out of it a little
Concussed.
bit, and that happened the season before.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the realm. And he was playing different.
You know who I don't worry about when he drops back and then decides to run?
Who's that?
Josh Allen.
Oh
Buffalo
my gosh!
Bills.
Yeah,
That dude runs people over.
yeah,
He's just he's kind of like Ben Roethlisberger size,
yeah.
but he can move way better.
Him and the Bills, as far as like my team, the Chiefs go, they're the only ones that scare me.
Yeah.
And they're like I do not know going into the game if we're going to win, and I don't know if we're the better team. Every other team in the NFL, I feel like we're the better team.
Right.
But them, it's just they scare the crap out of me.
Hey,
Even the Bengals, after losing to them last week, I don't feel like we lost to them. I feel like we lost to ourselves. Like we totally changed. Now they did switch some things up on the defense, which helped them. But like Josh Burrows didn't come out of the gate like going crazy. We screwed up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So
Sports.
what's your prediction for the Super Bowl?
I think I am excited for Bengals fans because it's been a long time, and so that is a little bit of a consolation. Like I saw pictures of old men crying.
Oh, really?
Because the Bengals
Because
they
they're going
didn't
to the
think they were
Super
ever
Bowl?
going to live to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, what was it, 1988?
I don't even know. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and so it is kind of cool that I like it when teams do that. They go to the Super Bowl, but I think they're a flash in the pan. I don't even think Burrow's that good. From the things that I've seen, like I know he's a good quarterback,
Super young, right?
but he's not. To me, he's not elite.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm talking about butt because I'm not I don't know sports like other people know sports. And really, football wise, I've only got into it the last 6 years, so I'm not like someone that's watched my whole life.
Yeah, kind of like just since you became a fan of KC, right?
Yeah, a little bit because I used to watch the Redskins, and then became a fan of KC. When I had my second kid there, I was like, you know what? I might as well be a fan of this team. I've lived here long enough. I've had sons here now. So,
Yeah.
And that was before Mahomes, so I can at least say, hey, I didn't just become a fan for Mahomes. I was still a fan when we were losing.
Yeah.
It did help that Mahomes came a couple years after.
Right.
But,
Were the Redskins ever a winning team when you followed them?
I mean, in the 90s, I think we had some wins, but no, they've always been bad. And I hate their owners, and I hate everything about them. And now they're the Commanders.
Oh, that's right. Did they
They're
announce
the
the name violent?
Commanders, and that's the worst thing. I saw some. I have friends that are Redskins fans, and I'm gonna call them Redskins till the day I die because that's who they are in my head. I can't not say it because that's who they are in my head.
Yeah.
But I saw someone saying like, "What do we say? Like, what's short for Commanders?"
The commies.
Like it's like, what do you call them? Because every team, like the 49ers or the Niners, like
Right.
everyone has
The Redskins were the
something.
Skins.
Yeah,
right?
like
You're
what
the
do you-
commies. You're going to be the commies. The Washington commies.
someone says
Which kind of fits, doesn't it? Does it fit a little bit?
this is yeah
The commies? Yeah. Yeah,
And edit.
the commies.
the commies.
So what do you think? Rams, Bengals?
Oh, I think the Rams. I don't even think it's
I
going to
mean,
be.
they're playing in their home stadium too, right?
Yeah, although I don't know if they really have a home stadium because I don't know that Rams have a lot of fans. I mean, St. Louis they probably did, but
That's true.
I feel like they don't really have fans. They don't have fans.
Yeah, and they share that stadium anyway?
Yeah, with the Chargers, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really an advantage. It is, but it's not. I mean, yeah, you're more comfortable in the locker room, I guess. But
Why does the same city have two teams?
it makes no sense to me. When they were all different teams 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
Right. I don't know.
why can't San Diego have a team?
Yeah, I don't know.
But I think it's the Rams, and I don't think like the Bengals are going to be in the years to come. I don't think they're going to be always coming back to the Super Bowl or making it to the playoffs. I think this is a flash in the pan.
Yeah.
I think they got a little bit lucky this year.
I don't think now we're into another topic that maybe half the people don't care about. If Lamar stayed healthy, I don't think the Bengals make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh, really? Oh,
Right,
yeah,
they're in the same division. They're AFC North. So I think if we had a healthy team,
yeah,
which hopefully we do next year, right? I think the Ravens keep them out anyway.
that's what scares me too about the Chiefs is health.
Right.
Because we got Kelsey, we got Hill. They stayed healthy this year. We played good, but all it takes is an
We
injury.
had
And
30 starters.
I
out.
know you guys didn't have a chance just because. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, they got to figure that out in the front office, right? Like why we had guys getting hurt like for the season-ending injuries in practice.
well, and your quarterback. Like,
yeah.
How do you? I mean, it'd be like if Mahomes was gone. Like,
What do you do?
we're not winning games.
Yeah, you put all your chips on that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Final question.
Yeah.
Because man, we've been going well. What do you want your funeral to be like?
I've already determined.
We may have jinxed ourselves.
I've already determined what my funeral is going to be. My family already knows my wishes.
Oh,
It's going to be a party.
okay.
I'm hoping that it's good weather and it's like a barbecue,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I want to be cremated. And I want you to invite everybody that I've ever known.
Everybody?
Everybody.
How about you, Christoph?
Mrs.
When did
Foz
your
can be
juices
there
start
too.
flowing?
Yep, Mrs. Foz can be there too. And I want everybody there. And you're going to take my ashes and you're going to sprinkle my ashes on the cheeseburgers of my enemies
Oh.
so that my final work is they can eat me.
I had someone say a similar thing about putting their ashes in a tea bag and serving it to their mother-in-law.
Oh,
So
that's very specific to an individual. I'm talking about a group of people.
all my enemies. Are you going to have a list? Do you have a list like in a lockbox somewhere of
I've
enemies?
not written it down yet.
Oh, you might want to.
Changes every day.
You just never know. Oh, keep a running tab though.
So that's the
running
joke, right?
Yeah.
Sprinkle my ashes on the cheeseburgers of my enemies.
Yeah.
But anyway, my funeral, I just wanted to just have a party.
Yeah. I either want.
I do want to be cremated because I think everything else is a waste.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, don't spend a bunch of money on a casket and a plot and just whatever, man.
Or you could put my bones up like in a chair in front of our house for Halloween. That would be fun.
Are you
I'll revisit every year.
I don't think you can get a person stuffed like you can like an animal that you've
I
killed.
just want the
but-
skeleton.
Oh, just the bones?
Yeah, just
Huh.
the bones. You can burn off the rest of it. I don't care.
There's a guy in town that rides around with a skeleton in his front seat.
Oh,
Have you
really?
seen that guy?
No.
Just saw him the other day at Menards. Yeah, I've seen him a couple times driving, but
I either want no funeral, like nothing, just
Yeah.
okay, he's gone,
yeah, right.
or just a party with my favorite foods, like get chicken wings up in there, ordering some La Piazza, something like
Yeah.
that.
Just have a party,
Just
man.
have a party.
Just a send off.
Yeah.
Because the funeral's not for the dead guy; it's for everybody else for closure.
Listen
right?
to my favorite albums.
Yeah,
Make people, because no one will sit and listen to them. I don't want any talking. You're going to listen to these 10 songs. No talking. My mom's going to try to say something. I want people to shush her. No talking.
these are not his wishes. You shut it. You
By the-
remember Brian Bodrin's funeral? That was like a concert.
Oh, yeah.
Or his
We had
memorial
the funeral
service?
and then we had the memorial
Memorial service was like a
Yeah.
concert. Do you remember the trumpet player?
I don't.
Oh my gosh, I wish. I don't know. Somewhere there's audio of this because it was recorded.
Yeah, I recorded it. I was in the sound booth then.
Yeah. So the trumpet player was like an older guy. I mean, he can't still be around. It's been a while. Well,
Yeah.
maybe he is. 16 years ago, 17 years ago. 16 and a half. Yeah, right before Zeke was born.
That place was packed. I remember that.
It was packed. And it was, I mean, some phenomenal musicians playing at that memorial service. Remember the guy with the 6-string bass? He was just cranking on that thing.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest.
It was a concert.
Yeah.
Right. It was like jazz, blues, fusion concert. And just, so, I mean, he had such a positive impact on so many people, right? That's why it was a packed house.
Yeah.
But the trumpet player would like explain the next couple notes he was going to play and what they meant to him and to Brian. And then he got down to the point where he was like, and this next note, and he would play one note and then tell like a story. And it was so uncomfortable because you never knew when he was going to stop.
People that don't know, Brian was a guy that was like an elder in our church and was a good
He was
friend
your
of
dad's best friend.
my dad's best friend,
Yep.
and just passed away like at 50 and
50 years old.
freak accident.
Yep.
And
In his workshop building guitars.
so
And he was like the fittest 50-year-old
Oh,
you'd
yeah.
ever know.
wise, like a real wise guy.
He was a mentor to me. He was
awesome guy, and just one day he was
his
there,
wife-
one day he was gone, and
4 months.
crazy.
4 months later, on my birthday, his wife showed up at my front door and gave me one of his basses.
Which
He
we
had
should bring that in one time and hang it up so people could see it.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
That thing is awesome. Work of art. Beautiful.
That's
Priceless.
what he did was build bases.
one of
so.
a kind. Priceless.
Um,
So that's cool too. If people love you that much and they
Yeah.
perform a concert in your
it's pretty
memory, that was pretty cool. Mine will just be barbecue and a DJ.
cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. Yeah, I'd go for a good barbecue right now. Hint, hint. No.
Time to wrap it up. We
Well,
need to eat.
Yeah, that's right. So thanks for listening. Come to our Facebook page. Check out our YouTube. We're doing the live videos on YouTube. And if you hear a little weird edit, it's because I told a dirty joke earlier that we had to cut out. So there's going to be a weird edit.
No dirty jokes. But until next time,
Keep it on the...
gooch gooch, baby.